What does your dad do?
My dad's a milkman.
You know why he's a milkman? He's milking her.
In 2005, Baby Spice of the Spice Girls stopped by Stern's studio to presumably discuss Free Me, the album she dropped a year prior. Instead, Stern almost immediately came in hot with questions regarding her underwear, body, and sexuality. Not only did he ask her when she lost her virginity, he also waxed poetic about all the ways he imagined her in the bedroom.
I could see you like girl-on-girl action. I could see you with two guys. I could see you doing a lot of things. What age did you develop? What age did you develop? When did you get your period?
It's hard to tell what's worse, Stern claiming Baby Spice wanted attention for her body or asking her.
If you don't talk about this, you're going to have to take your pants off, and that's going to be embarrassing.
I'm not taking my pants off.
Your dad isn't here to protect you now. And I was going to say to you today, can you please get on the scale, and then we'll have an over-under. That's all.
No. The late Anna Nicole Smith was a frequent guest on the show, but it was a 2002 appearance where Stern really went overboard. He seemed to have an obsession with her weight and even got everyone on the crew to take bets on how much the model weighed. He brought out a scale and asked Smith to weigh herself live on air.
If we weigh you now, I'll give you $3,000 plus an Xbox for your son.
Nope. And just get on the scale. We all have bets. Stop being so proud. It doesn't matter. We've all been on the scale. I'll get on it. Just get on the scale.
It was a moment that stunned listeners and left Smith in an understandably uncomfortable position. Things only got worse as Stern tried to ask questions about her late ex-husband.
This is somebody wrote in. They said, Anna will not know the 10 questions about her husband. They said you would not know where he was born.
Well, I don't care what people think.
Howard Stern seriously crossed the line in an interview with Sofia Vergara, even going so far as to bring her son into it. Not only did he tell Vergara that breastfeeding her son must have been unbelievable, he went on to ask this distasteful and biologically incorrect question.
You breastfeed your son?
Yes, of course.
Oh, that must have been unbelievable.
Well, I was like 19.
You must have had so much milk, right?
Oh my God.
How much milk? You imagine how much milk was going on?
No respect here.
You might think all of Stern's edgy humor is from the 90s, but he's still bringing the shock to this day. In a 2020 interview with Harry Styles, he again crossed the line from personal to don't go there. When Styles mentioned his therapist, a woman, Stern had some strong opinions. Not only did he suggest that Styles would end up seducing a female therapist, he suggested that due to his daddy issues, a male therapist would be more useful.
I worry about you going to a woman therapist because you're going to fucking seduce her. First of all, your father left. You've got some father issues. Okay. You need a strong man in your life.
Classy as ever, Styles brushed the comment off. I'm not sure if anyone could have handled it with such grace.
A male therapist. No, I'm not a therapist. Listen, I got my own headaches. I'm not taking on yours.
Mariah Carey was another singer who endured an awkward experience with Howard Stern. Early in her career, the diva paid a visit to Stern's show and weathered one of the most uncomfortable interviews she's likely ever experienced.
I said you want to be naked on stage. You know you do. You got such a hot damn body that you want to be nude.
Howard,
You're
why?
so hot.
During the interview, Stern made a point to ask Carey if she was wearing underwear. He also joked that he loved how Carey liked to show off her body.
Do you ever wear underwear? Ever?
Yes, I do.
Are you wearing underwear tonight?
Yes, I am.
You're wearing panties. You are not. Are you wearing panties or not?
The comment prompted the singer to tell Stern he was making a mockery of her. Though Carey handled the interview gracefully, her clap back at Stern proved she was none too thrilled with his comments.
She's singing Baby, to can you feel me?
I can feel you.
Imagining I'm looking in your eyes. You see that?
Yeah.
And you look right don't accuse me of not singing again, ever.
No.
Heather Locklear's 1998 interview on The Howard Stern Show was doomed from the beginning. Stern kicked things off before she even stepped into the studio by saying,
I hope she's wearing a short little dress.
In a conversation focused on her 4-month-old daughter, Stern made such an inappropriate comment about the baby.
What'd you have, a girl?
A girl.
I hope she's as hot as you.
During the interview, he brought up some really awkward stuff with the star. He kept going on about how big her ex-husband Tommy Lee was down there, and he even asked if she'd seen his private video with Pamela Anderson.
Have you seen the Tommy Lee video with Pam Anderson?
I've seen it.
No, I know you've seen that.
No, the video.
Now I understand why you married him.
He crossed a line by wondering if Locklear's husband could watch her use the bathroom. And then he went and asked some rude questions about her daughter's nanny and where she's from.
So what, do you got, a nanny?
Yeah.
What, do you got, a Mexican?
Spanish, Mexican.
Spanish one?
Yeah.
If you ever want to cheat on your husband, I'm being serious. You want to have a good sexual experience. I'm pretty good.
Courtney Love is yet another victim of Howard Stern's questionable comments. When Love came on the show in 1998, she slipped off her jacket, revealing a crop top, a staple of the 90s. This, of course, prompted Stern to say the following.
Wait, just stand there for a second. Let me look at you. Body's hot.
Howard.
I would do a lot to that.
Howard.
I could make you see things.
Despite verbal and nonverbal cues from Love showing her discomfort, Stern just can't keep his mouth shut.
You should only be interviewed by guys who want to bang you. Then they'll be really nice to you.
The Howard Stern-Robin Williams interview may be historical, but it's also one of the radio legend's biggest regrets. At the time, a rumor was circulating that Williams had an affair years prior with his son's nanny, who later became his second wife. During the interview, Stern badgered the actor about the allegations.
I wanted to call him and say, listen, I'm a huge fan of yours. And when you came in my studio, I was insane. I was not in the right mind to do an interview with you.
Stern admitted his behavior was arrogant and that he was stupid to think Williams couldn't be entertaining on his own. According to Stern, he never had the chance to apologize to Williams before the actor took his own life in 2014.
I believe it was either that day or the next day or whatever, but he killed himself. And I never got the chance to apologize. And I just wish I could have, you know.
Dolly Parton didn't even have to sit in the hot seat on the show to be offended. In 2008, Stern's team chopped up Parton's voice from one of her audiobook recordings to make it sound like she was describing sexual vulgarities and pedophilia, also using a racial slur.
Linda Ronstadt is a really bad tub of shit.
Wow.
She threatened to file a lawsuit, and Stern wasn't amused at the prospect. Stern allegedly defended his decision to manipulate the soundbites, saying,
it's an absurd bit. It's a parody. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny as hell.
And then, when he told Freddy Jr. that his engagement and marriage to Sarah Michelle Geller wouldn't last 10 years, and he actually made a bet with Freddy that he'd eventually cheat on her.
You're going to cheat.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You're going to end in divorce.
No, I'm not.
I want to make a written bet with you now. And in about 10 years, you're going to hunt me down and go, Howard, I owe
Here's
you
your
money.
Okay.